Welcome students in the organic chemistry lecture series. Today in this video we are going to study about this concept, that is chlorination of propane, and this point is in continuation to our earlier lecture. In previous video we have seen the halogenation reaction of alkanes. Particularly we have seen the example of chlorination of alkane. In that we have seen the chlorination of methane, and we have also seen the mechanism of chlorination of methane. So in continuation to that video, this is further reaction of halogenation of alkanes. In that we have to see today the chlorination of propane. We know propane is a alkane which is having 3 carbon atom. So I will draw here the structure of propane: CH3, CH2, CH3. This is the propane. When this propane is treated with chlorine gas, Cl2, I can say Cl2, then the reaction condition is UV light. There is a formation of two products, CH3, CH2, CH2, Cl. This is one product, and another product is CH3, CH, Cl, CH3. Okay, this is another product. So the first product, the name of first product is N-propyl chloride, N-propyl chloride, and the name of second product is isopropyl chloride, isopropyl chloride. This product is about 45%, and this product is about 55%. So we can say that this is major product and this is minor product. Okay, so you remember that when propane is treated with chlorine gas in presence of ultraviolet light, there is a formation of mixture of two products. First product is N-propyl chloride, which is about 45%, and second product is about isopropyl chloride, which is about 55%, and it is major product. Okay, so we have to see why this product distribution is there, why not one product is formed, why two products are formed. That thing we have to study. So we will see the mechanism of this reaction so that you will understand why the N-propyl chloride and isopropyl chloride products are obtained here in this reaction. Here you just remember that when propane treated with chlorine in presence of ultraviolet light, we get a mixture of product N-propyl chloride and isopropyl chloride. One is major product and another one is minor product. Now we will see the mechanism of this reaction so that you will get idea about why there is a mixture of two products. Okay, now see the mechanism. As we know that the halogenation reaction of alkane proceeds via free radical mechanism. Free radical mechanism. So in any free radical mechanism, there are three steps involved. The first step is initiation step. The first step is initiation step. This is the first step. Now in this initiation step, what happens? The chlorine which is given, okay, chlorine, see, Cl, single bond Cl, in presence of ultraviolet light, what happens? This bond between chlorine breaks down equally to form two chlorine radicals. Okay, so what happens in initiation step? There is a breaking of chlorine-chlorine bond in presence of ultraviolet light to form chlorine radicals. These are the radical. What is radical? Radical means a atom having only one unpaired electron, which is called as radical. So initiation step, there is a formation of two chlorine radicals. Now second step in free radical mechanism is propagation step. Propagation step. Now what happened in propagation step? In propagation step, the free radicals which are generated in the first step, that reacts with our starting material. Now what is our starting material here? Starting material is propane. Okay, so CH3 CH2 CH3, this is the propane, and in surrounding we have chlorine radicals. Now here there are two ways by which the reaction proceeds. So I will write here two ways. The first way is that now there are two types of hydrogen which can be abstracted by this chlorine radical. One is this hydrogen, out of these two, one hydrogen, that is this is secondary hydrogen, and this CH3 and this CH3 has hydrogen that are primary hydrogen. So there are possibility of two intermediates. Suppose if hydrogen of this methyl group is abstracted, then there is a formation of this CH3 CH2 CH2 radical. Okay, and if hydrogen of this carbon is abstracted, then there is a formation of CH3 CH CH3. Here is a radical. So this is primary radical, this is primary radical, and this is secondary radical. Now you remember that always the tertiary radical is more stable than secondary radical. Secondary radical is more stable than primary radical. So if we consider this order of stability of radical, then which radical is more stable? Here this secondary radical is more stable. This is more stable radical, remember, more stable radical, and this is less stable radical. Okay, less stable radical. Therefore, now if this radical is treated with chlorine, then there is a formation of this product CH3 CH2 CH2 Cl, and if this radical is treated with chlorine, then there is a formation of this product CH3 CH Cl CH3. Now this product is 45% and this product is 55%. So we can say that this product is major product. So you remember that the product which is generated from more stable radical is major product. The product which is generated from less stable radical is minor product. Okay, so product distribution depends upon the stability of free radical. This is the most important parameter which we have to consider. Okay, remember the stability of product depends upon the stability of free radical generated. So once again I will explain. When the propane is treated with chlorine radical, there is an abstraction of hydrogen, either primary hydrogen or secondary hydrogen. If primary hydrogen is abstracted, there is a generation of primary radical. If secondary hydrogen is abstracted, then there is a generation of secondary radical. And we know that tertiary radical is more stable than secondary radical. Secondary radical is more stable than primary radical. So here, out of these two radicals, secondary radical is more stable and primary radical is less stable. Now once again, if we treat these radicals with chlorine, then here there is a bond formation between this carbon and chlorine, and we get this product, that is isopropyl product, and here we get this product, that is N-propyl fluoride product, which is 45%. So major product is that product which is generated from a secondary radical, remember. Okay, so there are few more factors on which the product distribution depends, like probability factor is there. Also the relative reactivities of hydrogen atom, that is one of the factor which depends. Then stability of free radicals, this is I have explained here, and reactivity and selectivity is another factor on which the product distribution depends. Okay, so you remember that the chlorination of propane gives two products. One is major product and another one is minor product. So which product is major and which product is minor, all these things I have explained with the mechanism. Okay, so we'll move further. Okay, now I will take one example, and you have to think about the answer of this example. Now consider the starting material as a CH3 CH, CH2, CH3. Here is a CH3 group, and this is treated with bromine in presence of ultraviolet light. So we have to determine what is the product of this reaction. Now you see here, this is the halogenation of alkane reaction, and here halogen is bromine. Now as I said earlier, what will be the product? There will be possibility of two product. Okay, one product is if see here, if this radical is generated, suppose CS3 C CS3 CH2 CS3. So this radical is generated, or there is a possibility of this radical, for example CS3 CH CS3 CH CH3. Okay, so there is a possibility of generation of two radicals, but this radical is formed. Okay, this radical does not form because it is formed in very less amount, 0.001%, but this radical forms major, and from this radical which product we can expect? We can expect this product CS3 Br CH2 CH3. So this is the product. The name of this product is 2-bromo 2-methyl butane. So this is the product. So I will write here product CS3 C CH3 Br CH2 CH3. Okay, so this is one of the example of halogenation of alkane. Now we will see further. Okay, now see iodination of alkane. Suppose we take methane CH4, and if I treat this methane with suppose iodine, and there is a formation of CS3I, that is methyl iodide, plus HI. But remember that this reaction is a reversible reaction. This reaction is reversible. I have put here a reversible arrow because the product which is generated, that is methyl iodide, this is a powerful reducing agent. This is powerful reducing agent. So once this form, this again reduces HI to form this methane. So the reaction is reversible. So we cannot obtain methyl iodide product in this reaction. Okay, so for that we have to use a presence of strong oxidizing agent like HiO3 iodic acid. We have to use HiO3. Okay, so therefore the reaction will be like this. First of all, Hi will react with HiO3, and there is a formation of 3 iodine molecule plus 3 H2O. Okay, so in this way, now methane IuCH4 will react with 2 iodine molecules plus HiO3, and there is a formation of 5CH3I plus 3H2O molecule. So this is the reaction of iodination of methane, say. Okay, so this is a single arrow reaction, that means not reversible reaction. So we have to use this reaction for the iodination of alkane. We don't use this reaction because it is a reversible reaction. So in this video we have seen the chlorination of propane reaction along with its mechanism. Then we have seen one example of bromination of 2-methyl butane, and then we have seen the iodination of alkane, in that particularly iodination of methane. So for a while we will stop here, and we will meet in the next video with a different concept. So have a nice day. Thank you.